well, about 8:15 a.m. this morning. And a gentleman, Steve Facey, OC Steve, the information that the police obtained, citizens would have heard explosion sounding like gunshot, and when they make check, they found this gentleman unresponsive. They took him to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead by the doctor on duty. At this stage, we have commenced investigation into what transpired. Very early days in the investigation, actually trying to determine the motive behind this incident. We have unearthed several leads that we are actively pursuing at this time. But we would have, as Commander alluded to, we have seen an uptick within the Greenwich Farm area. Within the past 3 weeks, we are actively looking at these incidents on an individual basis to see if they're connected and what is the reasons behind it, so we can possibly stem what is happening by way of breakthrough in terms of identifying perpetrators in this matter.
I'm Kirk Ricketts, Senior Superintendent of Police, in charge of the St. Andrew South Division. In recent times, I would say in the last 2 weeks or so, we have seen a slight uptick in the incidence of violence impacting a few of our communities within the St. Andrew South Division. As such, we have attempted to refocus on a number of individuals that we deem to be responsible for this slight uptick, and we would like to invite or beseech these individuals to turn themselves into the police. We have identified 10 of our most wanted individuals, as well as persons of interest in these incidents that we speak of. The first one is Andrew Powell, otherwise known as Killer or Bounty. He's wanted for murder, and he's from the Waterhouse community. He frequents places like Barbados Road, Trinidad Road, just in the Waterhouse community. We also have Rashid Thomas, otherwise called Kobe. He's also from Capture in Waterhouse. He's wanted for murder, and his address is 17 Trinidad Road. In the Painland community, that's an area that we have seen some slight tick up in incident. Again, in the last couple of weeks, we have 3 individuals that we need to speak with as soon as possible. The first one is O'Shane Cephas, otherwise known as IT. He's from a South Anderson Crescent, Kingston 13 address. He frequents places like Top Low Rise, Painland. He's wanted for murder and shooting. We're interested in speaking with Dwight Miller, otherwise called Glasses. He is wanted also for murder and shooting. And Teddy Bear, we only know this individual as Teddy Bear, also known as Alice or Herbal. He's also wanted for murder and shooting in the Painland community. In the New Haven community, we have been asking Anthony Reynolds, otherwise known as Sonson. If you remember, he's wanted for the murder of Danique Salmon, that 5-year-old child who was killed in her bed. He remains elusive and is continuing to give us some issues in the space. We're asking him to turn himself in. He's wanted for murder. And Kareem Mills, otherwise known as Deafy Boy. He has been fingered in a number of incidents as early as this morning. He's a person of interest for murder, and he frequents places like Queensboro Drive, New Haven, Duane Park. In the Cockburn Penn community, we are asking Jesse McLaren to speak to us as soon as possible. Greenwich Farm community, we are also asking Derek Johnson, otherwise called Bush. He's a person of interest in murder. And in the Boat Island community, Eddie Francis, he's wanted for murder. These are the 10 persons that we were at this time asking to report to the police and have some discussions with us. The persons who are wanted are deemed to be fully where we have case files ready to take them before the court. It would be in their best interest to come turn themselves into the police for us to have that kind of arrangements done. And the persons who are deemed to be persons of interest, we do believe that you know, they can assist us in particular investigations, and we are asking them to turn themselves in to have that discussion to, you know, one way or another clear their name, or we can put the matter before a court. Generally, the St. Andrew South Community Division is made up of many, you know, inner city type communities, and I can say that I am pleased with the response of our residents within the space. We have seen a general downturn in incidents of violence over the last 2 years. And that is not just by the police alone. It's really, you know, working relationship with the citizens, with the residents and the police. So we have seen some improvements. Nevertheless, it remains a challenge because, you know, with the communities inundated with gangs and gang type activities, it's kind of difficult to break through that barrier. And it takes, you know, a continued effort on our part and, you know, and all the other stakeholders to show that, you know, the only way forward in terms of community safety is that working relationship. So the areas that we targeted in terms of the individuals we're asking to turn themselves in, so the Greenwich Farm community, New Haven, and the Waterhouse to a lesser extent.